The Maui Nui Marine Resource Council, we have about 20 some odd members right now, and they come from a variety of backgrounds. Some of them are fishermen. We have some scientists, we have teachers and students. We have people that work in other NGOs, cultural advisors, and then just in general, citizens that are concerned about the reef.
We started it in 2007. Uncle Ed Lindsay and I and Daryl Tanaka, who's a local fisherman, and Robert Whitner, who owns the Snorkel Bob Shops on Maui, got together and at the urging of Dr. Dan Polhimas, who was at the Department of Aquatic Resources. And he encouraged us to do that because they'd done something similar on the Big Island. And he kept saying, Robin, get this started, and then Maui too can have the community making the decisions about what happens. He said, instead of us coming with a top-down approach, you can come from a bottoms-up approach and get the community involved and tell us what you want. So that's what we did.
To me, what they symbolize is this really important and powerful movement towards people and communities in Hawaii taking a real sense of ownership and stewardship over their resources, recognizing that things are wonderful and beautiful, but not as good as they should be, not as healthy and abundant as they used to be.
Our mission is to have clean water and an abundance of native fish populations. So our strategy to accomplish that is really community management and starting from the ground up and working together to try to come up with new ways that we can try to bring back our reef. We've seen it decline for a really long time, and we need to try something different. A CMMA is a community managed makai area. And so those are really just the local communities getting together and deciding to manage the resources where they work and play and fish in their community there. We have our sites here at Polinui CMMA, Polinui Hue CMMA here in Lahaina at 505. We also are going to be working on reefs that range from Olawalu over here to Ukamehame. This is a really large fringing reef that we have right here. And we also have a really active CMMA here in the Wailuku Kahului Harbor area, the Wailuku Ahupua'a CMMA. And so those are our priority sites that we're really heavily working with right now.
Okay, so this area is Polinui, this particular ahupua'a that my house is in. It's Polinui. The name of our organization is called Polinui Hue. Hue means a call to action. Our project area starts from Pu'umana Pool, which is also known as Makila Point, and runs northerly to around where Lahaina Shores and 505 Front Street is. So that's kind of our project area right here. And what we're trying to do is bring back balance to this reef.
The water quality is, it's a defined set of parameters that tells us how healthy our water is and whether we should be swimming in it, drinking it, or also for the wildlife, if it's healthy for them to be living in as well. We are also doing a pH test. It's testing how acidic or how basic the water is. We're hoping for our ocean water to be in the realm of a 7.5 to an 8.5. for healthy oceans. We're also testing for dissolved oxygen. Fish and marine life need oxygen to breathe, and so this dissolved oxygen we find in the water we're testing for. The data will be used by this group. It's being set up as a protected area. They are going to now create a baseline to start watching what's going on over time. So if we're seeing coral reef die off or a very healthy reef, a lot of fish or very few fish, these tests can help us understand the health of the water and what's going on. So certain nutrient loads in the water, for instance, can cause limu or seaweed to grow and start smothering out the coral, causing the coral to die off, and then we would expect or start seeing a domino effect where the reef dies, the fish start disappearing, and our food source and livelihood can start being affected as well.
We're also focusing on watershed efforts in South Maui. So all of the watersheds that are draining down here from Haleakala, sometimes there's severe flooding issues here in South Maui. So we're going to be working to try to help restore some of these watershed lands up here and protect the drainages there.
It's really about the people of a place coming together and trying to find solutions that can bring things back to the way they used to be and the way they want to see them in the future for their kids and future generations.
Future for this reef is one of vibrance and abundance. To me, it means that we will have more help in bringing back a healthier ecosystem when it comes to the reef.